Hey guys, I'm Val. So the beginning of the video was there to show you how tanky this build is, even without super endgame gear. I was sitting there taking the hits from the boss, sitting in the AoE. In doing so, I'm taking damage so I could heal, which gives me spirit back. This is one of the ways that you keep your spirit up in this build, besides spirit per second and spirit reduction. I was also able to add fortify back into the build. The problem with fortify in this build is if you have too much fortify, you stop taking damage, so you're not going to get the mana back. There's a middle ground, so you want to fortify to take the bulk of the damage, but you want to also lose health so you get spirit from healing. And on top of that, I stopped using trample for earthen bulwark. It's a big way to get fortify. I would not switch to this until you are comfortable in doing so and you have enough spirit per 5 or spirit reduction. If you're already having spirit problems, keep trample just for backup. I actually did test out spirit generation and it's not good for this build. The main reason is the build attacks too quickly. So we're pumping out more spirit than we could actually gain back. So spirit reduction is way better for this build. I'm sure with other builds it's different, but I think most of the time spirit reduction is going to be the go-to. I'm sure resource generation is better for other builds, but I feel like it's more of an end game stat and resource reduction is always going to beat it in the early game and when you don't have the best of gear. This is just a pit run tier 70 to show you how the build works. And I want to go over a few things. First being damage starts slowing down at tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons. The slower you kill a boss, the more likely it is that you're going to get hit with one of the one-shot or high damage mechanic. And there's also another problem with the build. We're just spawning too many tornadoes at some points that it's hard to see the ground and the AoE effects to reposition to dodge them. I will say this build's really strong until this point. It just starts dropping off. And I want to be honest with every build that I try. Leveling and leveling your glyphs, this build's fine. It's easy to gear, it's easy to push further in the game. But at this point, it just seems like the uphill battle. So I'm going to try out some other builds now. And I'll give you guys my honest feedback on each build that I try. So I'm going to let the video play. And if you pay attention, I do take damage on purpose. I've run into the mobs. I'm pretty much face tanking them most of the time. Sometimes you're going to have to back up and attack from range. But until this point, there was no problem. You just want to face tank everything and get hit and heal to keep your spirit maxed out. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So I was really tired when I was doing this dungeon. I thought I was gonna kill the boss. I just stopped paying attention. But yeah, I died. So it took me a attempt or two more, and then the final attempt is next. Forgive how bad I'm playing right now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I think I'm gonna try out Stormclaw next, and I'll go from there. I'll see you guys next time.